Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you guys are. Welcome to another video of the trade recap and trade highlights edition. I have three trades to review today, but it's going to be a quick one. And actually, it's going to be a good review because I have two shorts for you. So, past few trade reviews that we've done, they've always been on the long side. So I guess there's something new here for you guys to learn because there's two short plays that I'm going to be covering. But there's also a long play, which is always good. So today was a slow trading day. There wasn't much opportunity. However, I managed to get two trades today and both of them worked, which is obviously fantastic, right? And a quiet day, but easy day. I came in, I took two trades, both winners, both hit target. So it was a really good day. So first trade of the day was BURL. Again, I don't think this should be any surprise, right? If anybody's surprised why this worked, then you have some issues with your trading, because this was a really easy one, right? This was a no-brainer. And you can see here on the daily chart that we are breaking above this daily base, right? You have a slight gap up. It's opening at $90, which is clearing this resistance, gapping above this base and breaking out. So this made me put it on my watch list pre-market. So even before the market opened, this was posted in the chat room as a potential long watch. And those of who are in the chat room or have taken the PTS course, you know exactly what to look for. But nonetheless, if you didn't know what to look for, this was also called live in the chat room. Basically, this was a 1-minute flash setup right at the half number 90.50. So you could have really just played it right here, 90.50 by $90 stop loss. I actually missed it. I was looking at some other stocks, and by the time I saw this, it was already up at 91.50. So what do? Well, I'll tell you what most people do at this point. What most people do when they see this trade and they miss it, it pops from 90.50 to 91.50, pops $1 in like one bar. What most people do is this, and I'm gonna repeat exactly what people say. Damn it, I missed it. Man, this sucks. This is horrible. I miss trading. Oh my god. And they just keep repeating all those things to themselves. Or even worse, some people be like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it right here. It's going higher. I don't want to miss it. I'm just gonna buy it here. And they just end up buying it here. And what happens? It pulls back. So what I did was I missed it. I said, I missed it, but I would surely love to buy a pullback. So what I did is something known as a buy limit order. I think everybody knows what a buy limit order is, right? So let's put a buy limit order right where my entry should have been, 90.58, and I used my stop loss at $90.08, as you guys can see here. This was called in the chat room, 90.58, 90.08, 50 cent stop loss. And right here, when it went up and it pulled back, it gave you plenty of chance to get in at 90.50, right? But it's pulled back. So I got back in 90.50, and you guys can see here, as soon as we got in 90.50 on this pullback, it basically just went up higher. Literally, this was such a quick trade. We got in here, right, 90.50, boom, we're at 92. You know what I mean? Like, really quick trade. I was out. I mean, this stock, as you guys can see here, closed the day at 94.59, so it closed much higher. So you could have gotten a lot more out of this. But for me, I got in 90.50, got out close to 92. I mean, that's good enough for me. So that was the trade on the Burl, really good trade. And as you guys can see, it basically just went up much higher today. So the fantastic trade. And another trade that I took today was the Tiffany short. This was a short side, and I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I did not have this Tiffany's on my watch list today. Neither did anybody else. I wasn't watching Tiffany. And a shout out to David. David is a member in our chat room. He actually posted this and he brought it to my attention. He said, hey, watch Tiffany, it looks pretty weak today. And I looked at it, I'm like, you know what? You're right. Because look at the stock today, right? Look at the stock. It's up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, literally like 2 weeks in a row, the stock's been going up. And look how extended it is from the moving averages, right? Pretty extended from the moving averages, several green days in a row. I mean, just probability would say, okay, there's going to be a red day. And Friday, we saw first sign of weakness with this little red bar. And today, look what happened. Today, we had a gap down, right? We ended up gapping down, which basically has been clearing this little base, right? And then if you are gapping down after a strong move up, you can pull back too, right? So that's what I was expecting. And I looked at this chart. I said, you know what, David? Good job. That's a really good find. I love this trade. So I actually traded this a couple times. First I shorted it here. I mean, this was the entry initially. You see the bear flag, gaps down, you get a bear flag pattern right there. So I took a short right under the VWAP when it broke support. That was my first short entry. It dropped down really nicely, looked really good. What I ended up doing was I brought my stop down. My stop loss was right here. I brought it down to right about here to protect some profit. What ended up happening was it rallied back up, took me out for a small little gain, but then look what happened. It rallied into the VWAP, right, which was also this resistance level right here. So I reshorted it and I just called it again in the room. You guys can see here. I got back in this trade and boom, voila, it dropped down pretty nicely. This was in no way an easy trade because look what it was doing. Drops down, pops up hard. Drops down, pops up hard, right? Drops down, pops up hard. I mean, this was a tough one. But one thing to notice what it was doing was every time it was trading, it touched the VWAP, rejection, right? Touch the VWAP, rejection. Touch the VWAP, rejection. The VWAP was a good enough resistance area, giving me the confidence not to get out of this trade and to continue to hold it to my target. And eventually, you guys can see here, beautiful drop, right? Beautiful drop. We got in here 90-60s. We got a pretty good drop, 89-20. I mean, boom, I'm out. Took my profit, called it a day. So really nice trade in the Tiffany. Nice find by David. And yeah, so that was a good trade. Tiffany's and the Burl. I have another trade I wanted to review. I did not get a chance to make a trade recap video a couple days ago, but we had a really nice trade on, I think it was Wednesday. Actually Tuesday, probably it's Tuesday. So I had a really nice trade on the Ameritrade AMTD. This was also a trade that I took on the short side. So on this day, you guys can see what happened. You know, AMTD has been in this strong uptrend, right? You get a gap down. Look what happens on the gap down day. Bam, sells off hard. And then look what happens here, forms a little bear flag pattern. And look what happens the next day. Bam, another gap down. So when it was gapping down, I saw, okay, this is pretty good. You know, it's gapping down, it's clearing all the support. It has room to fall down up until here. So this is going to be a good short play. So I ended up shorting it on the gap down day. Let me cover the entry on that one. So right here, this is where I shorted Ameritrade on the gap down day, is right here. Same pattern again, right there. So when it broke down, I actually shorted early. I shorted it here. I placed my stop loss here, and I basically just held it all day grinder. Again, look at that rejection at the VWAP, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back, and you know that's it. Beautiful trade, right? Nothing exciting. But look at that, just beautiful grind, all day grind lower, shorting it here, covering it there. I mean, that's it. So that was a really good trade on Ameritrade. So yeah, back-to-back good trades. There's some short side trades for you. You know, I think we might be seeing some more trades on the short side in the coming days and weeks as the market, you know, decides which way it wants to go. It does look a little bit tired here on the market, but it's hard to really short the market. So what we can do is just short the stocks instead. So Ameritrade, nice short trade. Burl, nice long trade, and Tiffany was another nice short trade. So talk about the Snap IPO. You know, a lot of people have been emailing me. I probably got like 10, 20 emails just about Snap IPO, people asking my opinion on Snapchat IPO, because I think I've been right on the last 10 IPOs, so they want my opinion on the Snap IPO. You know, so let me give you my opinion on Snap IPO. Since I've been right on the last 10 IPOs, does not mean I'm going to be right on this IPO as well. I can only give you my opinion and what I think, right? Does not necessarily mean I'm right. Does not necessarily mean it's going to happen. I'm just giving you what I think. The fact that I've been right on the last 10, you know, probably means something. And I think I'm going to be right on this one too, if I'm perfectly honest with you. So here's what I want to tell you, okay? Snapchat is not going to be the next Facebook. So if you're thinking, oh, look at Facebook, this is going to be the next Snapchat. If you're thinking that, don't buy it, please. This is not going to be the next Facebook. I can guarantee you that, okay? What's it going to be then? Well, I'm telling you, it's going to be the next Twitter, okay? It's going to be the next Twitter. So, well, you might ask, isn't that good? Twitter's a big company. Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the stock, right? Twitter stock hasn't performed well, and I think Snapchat's going to be in the same boat. There's a lot of, you know, hype about it. So yes, you might get a run up like this. See that? You might get something like this where Snapchat just starts going up, boom, 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 boom. Everybody's like, oh wow, next Facebook, and then that's it. That sets the top right here. X marks the stop, and then you never go really truly back up again. And I think that's what Snapchat's going to be like. Is you might get a run here and there, but eventually it's going to be down in here, right? I think if you want to trade it for like a year or so, maybe you can do it. But I think with Snapchat, one rule to live by is trade it, don't date it, okay? It's a trading stock, in my opinion, okay? It's a trading stock. You buy it, you sell it, you find patterns, you trade it, just like any other stock. But as far as you wanting to do a long-term investment, I don't see it. Honestly, I don't see it. It's more like Twitter than not Facebook, okay? It's gonna be like GoPro. It's gonna be like GoPro, right? Just like GoPro, just like Twitter. Might run up initially, but eventually X marks a stop, and then that's it. Never truly goes back up. And that's what's gonna happen, I think, with Snapchat. I don't know if it's gonna go up at all, but today we saw some nice volume. Today Snapchat opened up 24, went up to 26. Then towards the end of the day, there was some profit taking, as there always is. I don't know. I'm not touching the Snapchat. Okay, when Uber IPO comes out, then we'll buy it. I don't know when Uber IPO is coming out, but I'll tell you this: whenever it comes out, I'm buying it, no matter what price it is. Okay, so Uber I'm buying, no problem. Snapchat I'm not interested at all. Not interested at all. So hopefully that helps. Any questions, feel free to ask, and come check us out in the live trading chat room. Thanks, everybody.